I still remember when we got the diagnosis for Mason, I was crushed. I wondered if he would ever have a normal life, a good life, if, I don't know, he's gonna be in some dungeon somewhere, just the worst of the worst thoughts.
For my son Charlie, it was a fairly significant challenge in the first grade, and he just wasn't learning to read. And it was very difficult for him. He was sad, he felt dumb, he just didn't think that he had what it took to learn to read.
He would finish school and be so exhausted that walking home from school was making him cry. And we talked about, okay, you're gonna go back to school at the public school, and he ran behind a curtain and hid from us.
She was struggling with the reading. She was struggling with some of the other work where she was wanting to keep up, but you could feel she was falling behind, and it became a real big effort for her to try to just keep her head above water.
And school started in August, and by October I could tell that this was just completely crushing his spirit. The anxiety was there, and headaches, stomach aches, not wanting to go to school, worried all the time, and I was kind of seeing the wind coming out of his sails.
We discovered Prentice, and Prentice made a dramatic difference for him. So he went from being that kid that failed first grade and had to repeat it, or he thought, to being the kid where Prentice helped unlock the creative, intelligent side of him, and it made a difference in his trajectory.
We learned that we needed something differently, and Prentice was presented as an option. And as soon as we came to the school and met with Devin and saw the environment, we knew exactly where we needed to be, and it was definitely here. And it stood out plain as day, and it was instant relief. Not only, as I mentioned, Mason's anxiety went down, but ours did as well, because we finally felt like we had a path.
We're a school for kids who learn differently. Our kids are bright, they're creative, they're eager to learn, but maybe they haven't been successful in a more traditional classroom setting. But even beyond that, I would say that we're a family. We're a family that is connected. We're a family that feel a sense of belonging with one another. Our ultimate goal is to help these kids find success, and that might look differently for every child and every student and every family here, but that's really what we're trying to do.
Prentice, across all of the teachers and across the administration, has a belief in the children that says there are remarkable, special, talented, intelligent kids, and we have to work a bit harder to figure out how to make sure we can get those attributes to come out.
We saw changes almost instantly with them, even, how many days was his?
The 3-day trial.
The 3-day trial that he had was just after the first day, he was like, oh my God, it was such a different kid. And then it went into, by the 3rd day, it was a decision that we had to make that, okay, he's ready to go there. And he was 100% on board wanting to leave his other school to come on board. It was within that quick. His anxiety, his stomach aches all started going away.
She had friends at the other school, but she has a lot more friends here, which is strange because the class is smaller. Definitely, she's more open now. She's more creative. There's less challenge within her.
Within a year and a half, he went from not being able to sound out words like cat and bat to tackling chapter books. I mean, the educational psychologist had told us that there was a good chance that reading wasn't in the cards for him. And here's our kid reading chapter books.
Now we're really taking a look at who are our kids and who are our learners, and how can we make Prentice better? How can we continue to be on the cutting edge of what our kids need? We're also looking at what are the other components of our student learner profiles we need to strengthen, and we're gonna move on those.
Confidence is one. She now has more confidence. She understands that, again, she's not different, but she learns in a different way. So she's more confident to take on challenges, and she wants to take on more challenges now, where I think before she shied away from them.
The belonging is another one. Being in a place where it's okay to say I have a hard time reading. It's okay to say I need to slow down. and to be treated and seen for being a wonderful person who has a lot of strengths.
At the beginning of this year, they were able to pick a elective, and he picked leadership for his elective. And we discuss this regularly, that I think he would have been like, rather to be hiding in a closet a few years back.
Yeah, we're shocked that he picked leadership of all things.
And I was
Didn't
like,
he?
why didn't he pick guitar? Like, that sounds like that would be fun. But he picked leadership and he loves it.
You know, I have the pleasure and the privilege of meeting with these families when they are broken and they are vulnerable and they are emotional and they are desperate for another opportunity. They're seeking whatever help they can for their kids. I meet with those families, and those feelings are true and they are raw and they are real. So to be able to offer a solution or to be a part of that solution and to see the look on the kids' faces when they start at Prentice and they're understanding and they feel connected and they feel, I got this, I understand this, I am smart, I can do this. I don't know of a better reason to come to work every day and to keep doing, you know, what we're doing. We're a necessity. We're a necessity, and the more kids we can help, and the more confidence we can instill in our kids, the better.